how do I find an easement on my property? Well, this is not as easy as you might think. So, easements, check out our YouTube channel. We've got all kinds of explanations about what exactly an easement is, but in essence, it's you sharing your property with somebody else. Sometimes it's a utility company, sometimes it's your next door neighbor in the driveway, sometimes it's access under the ground. It just totally depends. So most easements, if they've been done recently, like we're talking in the last 50-ish years, you can get a title company in Oregon to do a search, a title search, and they will produce a report on your property, and that easement will be listed as an exception to your title report. And you should be able to click on it, and you'll see sometimes a map of the easement. It'll describe the easement and where the line is, and this is, of course, in a perfect world. This doesn't always happen, but ideally this is what would happen. So say you have a driveway and your neighbor owns most of the land and you both have garages on either side that kind of the driveway goes like this, and then like that. It would say on your property, hey, this land, it'll describe the lot and what percentage of it. So it'll say the last 50 feet of lot so-and-so, block so-and-so, the northernmost corner, something like that, right? So it'll describe what area of your property is burdened by the easement, and then it'll say who can access it. It can't just be like, I'm walking down the street and I'm going to use your property because there's an easement there. No, that's not how this works. It's going to be the neighbor, you know, to the south is allowed to use it for these purposes. It's not like whatever, whenever, however. It's like they're using it to drive through to their garage. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Or a utility easement. They're using it to access the sewer line or access the cable line, something like that. So all of that is going to be listed and recorded against your property. Now, you can check out our YouTube channel I can explain recording, but a recording is your property is of public record. So if I go and look up 123 Main Street, I can find out who owns it, and then I can also find out who has rights to it. Meaning, do you have a loan? Is there an easement? Is there a homeowners association? All of that stuff should be recorded against your property, and it should specifically say all of those things. So that's how you can usually find it. Now, there is a huge subsection that is not recorded. So, I don't know, let's say my grandfather owned this property for forever, and he shook the hand of the next door neighbor and said, hey, next door neighbor, you can use my property to drive back to your lot back there for, you know, it's on a handshake. Nobody put it in writing, nobody put it on the title so that it was actually of public record. That does exist, and that is still a burden on your property. So it is something, especially if you're buying big parcels of land, that I would recommend you talk to your neighbor and find out, hey, do you know of anyone, you know, oh yeah, Bob always accesses that property. He drives past here every Sunday to get, you know, to his, I don't know, garden in the back. That precedent can actually create an easement that wouldn't be recorded. So that'd be the one exception of, can I find out what easements are on my property? Not always, but we're talking maybe 15% of the time. So most easements should be discoverable through a simple title search or public record search on your lot. How's that for complicated? As always, I love explaining these esoteric questions, and if you can't get enough of it, go check out our YouTube channel, Paris Group Realty LLC, where I explain all things easements related. You take care and have a great day.